people stop me everywhere. And people tell me, Andile, hi, when I'm jolly now, hi. But these are conversations we have for your sake more than anything.
Yeah.
It's not always necessarily a life we've lived and true to our lives all the time. Sometimes it is. Sometimes we get very personal and we speak our lives. Today's one, it came from somebody who said, Andile, don't say who I am.
Okay.
So I'm going to personalize it once again
Okay.
to tell the story. It's 2 after the hour 7, and Faith comes on and she'll tell us what she's going to be doing on the show in just a bit. I've met this woman. I'm falling in love with her, but I do love her. I see a future with her. And she loves me. We have a great time. She takes such good care of me. You know, she's gotten to a stage where she's asking me, Kanti, are we not doing this? Are we not getting married?
Ooh.
I want to marry her. I want to go to her house and then say this because I've met her family.
Yeah.
The thing that's stopping me, Andy, is that she's got a daughter who's 9-10 years old. I don't get along, nor do I like this child.
Oh, you don't get along, nor do you like her.
I feel like she's rude. I feel like she's a little bit evil sometimes.
She's a brat.
You know what I mean?
She's a brat.
And the mother obviously protects the child, and I try not to get involved
Is she
in
girl?
that way. Girl.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
but basically, it could be anyone. If you have a child and I don't like that, like can it work when I'm not getting along with your child? It's somebody that I see often enough, and if we're to take this further, it's somebody that would need to be in my space, our space every day, because we'd need to raise this child together.
Yeah.
I love you, and everything is going well between the two of us.
Yeah.
But me and your child, and this happens because I remember, here's a personal one.
Yeah.
When my mom was single and I was a grown boy, I think I was in high school, primary school, late primary school, grade 6, 7, I didn't like most of her boyfriends. You know, they'd come in and, at the door, and I'd just not open the door. They'd ask me to go do something. I'd walk out and go in the streets rather than go get you water in the fridge because I didn't like them. They were dating my mother.
Yeah.
I wonder, can relationships like that where the child is the challenge work?
I think that you have to find out why is the child a challenge. So let me be specific. The reason why children don't usually approve of the mother's relationship, it's either A, your approach is flawed, right? Because again, I believe that children are pure spirits. There is something that we can never ever take away from children, is that they're how pure of spirits that they are. So usually they do say that when a man is not right for you, the child will pick it up and the child will not like you. Be that as it may, there's also the other side where the child feels that you're taking the mother away. Children have not developed their prefrontal cortex yet, right? Their cognitive development is not at the age of maturity. So what they're doing is that they're acting, they're feeling, they act, they feel, they act, right? And what they're possibly feeling is you trying to take mommy away from me. And if you take mommy away from me, is mommy going to be my mommy, or do we have to share mommy now? And another thing that children are afraid of is being replaced or being abandoned, because they are children. Children have a deep fear of abandonment. So how is it that you are dating this woman that makes the child feel abandoned? How usually it would work, or that I would say to people who've got children and now you're with this woman, is that don't understand that when you're dating the mother, you're dating the child as well. Not from a perspective of you need to spend long nights and whatever, but from a perspective of I want to get to know you. There is nothing wrong with us having to say to the mother in front of the child, listen, I would just like to have a date. No, not discipline. I would just like to have a date. Just a date. I would like to take your child out for ice cream, just me and them, so that you can get to know the child outside of the mother and ask the mother for permission in front of the child. What we don't do as people is that we don't create safety for the child when we're dating the mother of the child. So the child feels that they are unsafe. The child feels like the mother's going to be taken away. The child feels like you're going to abandon them. And the child does not know where they're going to go to because the child is dependent. But if you would actually take and approach it and say, hang on a second, in order for me to be with this woman, I need to make sure that this one feels safe to let me be with this woman. Are you creating boundaries of safety? Or have you just decided that I'm dating the mother and that's it, and the child comes along for the ride? I'm going to give you a personal experience. I went through that because I've got a stepfather, right? And I will never forget when my stepfather was dating my mom, or just when you proposed. So I'd never really been one-on-one with my stepfather as much, right? And what he did, which I found so profound back in those days, was that he wrote me a love letter. My father, my stepdad, black man, African man, wrote me a love letter and said, I'm going to be with your mom, but I love you so much. I want you to be with me and I want to call you my daughter. And that love letter, my grandmother even kept it. It stood by me for years because I thought, hang on a second, this man does not just want to be with my mother. This man wants to be with me too. And I wonder how many men, when they're dating the mother of the child, make room and create safety so that the child does not feel that you just want to be with my mommy, but you want to be with my mommy and me too. And we often forget when we're dating people that we're dating a package. It's not a one and then the other one is going to stay with Gogo. You're dating the mother and make room for that child. Otherwise, you know what? Otherwise, don't date baby mamas or mothers of children. Just don't do it. Don't date mothers of children then, because we're clearly incapable of exercising the emotional intelligence to bring along the child for that relationship.
Because this is when it forces some mothers to say no.
100%. And
they choose a relationship.
And me personally, Andile, I don't agree with that. You're going to choose a man over your kid. A man who's going to leave you in 5 years' time. You're going to choose him over your child. I personally,
cynical nature of your thinking is also just so flawed.
But I don't agree with it. Why do you want to create a life with someone when your child is an extension of your life? Why? Your child is an extension of your life.
100%.
And you want to let go of the extension of you to go and create a life with a complete stranger. Thank you. So why is it that we keep leaving our extensions and then we think that he's going to love you? I really do believe, and call me harsh, if a man does not love you and your child, that man does not love you, period.
Really?
If a man does not love you and your child, he does not love you, period. Let that thing go.
I agree with you 100%. Let that thing go.